Buying a Rolex isn't just about purchasing a watch, it's about owning a piece of history, luxury, and precision engineering. Rolex is one of the most respected watch brands in the world, known for its timeless designs, unmatched quality, and incredible resale value. But if you think you can just walk into a store and buy a Rolex like any other watch, think again. The process of buying a Rolex from an official retail store is very different from buying one online or from a second-hand dealer. Rolex controls its supply very carefully, making some models hard to get and others almost impossible to buy without a long wait list. If you're planning to buy a Rolex directly from a store, there are some very important things you must know before walking in. In this video, we'll cover 5 crucial things that will help you understand how Rolex stores work, how to improve your chances of getting the watch you want, and what mistakes to avoid. By the end of this, you'll be fully prepared to walk into a Rolex store with confidence. 1. You can't just walk in and buy any Rolex you want. Many people assume that buying a Rolex is as simple as walking into a store, choosing a model, and walking out with it. But in reality, Rolex doesn't work like that. Rolex is one of the few brands that controls its supply very strictly, meaning that some of the most desirable models are never available on display. When you enter an authorized Rolex dealer (AD), you'll often see a selection of watches in the display cases, but these are mostly exhibition models, meaning they are not for sale. If you ask to buy a specific model, the store may not have it available, even if they have it on display. This is because Rolex limits the supply of their most popular watches, making them extremely hard to get through retail stores. For models like the Submariner, Daytona, or GMT Master 2, the demand is so high that Rolex only sells them to select customers. Some buyers wait months or even years to get their hands on these watches. If you're looking for a rare stainless steel sports model, don't expect to find one just sitting on the shelf. Instead of expecting to walk out with a Rolex on your first visit, it's better to build a relationship with the store, show interest in their products, and be patient. If you're serious about getting a Rolex from a retail store, you need to understand how their system works. 2. Your purchase history matters a lot. One of the most frustrating things for new Rolex buyers is learning that your purchase history plays a huge role in whether or not you can get certain models. Rolex retailers often prioritize long-time customers and collectors over first-time buyers. If you walk into a Rolex store as a new customer and ask for a high-demand model, they will likely put you on a waiting list, and sometimes these lists are so long that you may never get a call back. But if you have a history of buying from the store, your chances of getting a desirable model increase dramatically. This is why some collectors buy other Rolex watches, jewelry, or even non-Rolex brands from the same dealer before requesting a rare model. By showing that you are a loyal customer, the store is more likely to offer you a hard-to-get watch when one becomes available. This doesn't mean you have to spend thousands of dollars on watches you don't want, but if you're serious about getting a Submariner, Daytona, or GMT Master, it helps to build a good relationship with your authorized dealer. Buying an entry-level Rolex, such as an Oyster Perpetual or Datejust, is often a smart first step toward getting access to rare models in the future. Stores want to sell watches to loyal customers, not just resellers looking to flip them for a profit. If you take the time to establish trust with the retailer, your chances of getting your dream Rolex increase significantly. 3. Expect long wait lists for popular models. If you're hoping to walk into a Rolex store and buy a stainless steel sports model like a Submariner, Daytona, or GMT Master 2, be prepared for a long wait. These watches are in such high demand that Rolex retailers carefully select who gets them, and most buyers wait months or even years before their turn comes. The waitlist process is not always straightforward. Unlike a simple first-come, first-served system, Rolex retailers decide who gets priority based on customer loyalty, purchase history, and relationships with the store. This means that someone who has spent more money at the store will likely get their watch faster than a first-time buyer. For some of the most sought-after models, like the Daytona or Pepsi GMT Master 2, waitlists can be several years long, and some customers never get a call back at all. That's why it's important to be realistic about what you can buy right away. If you're a new buyer, consider starting with a more available Rolex model, such as a Datejust, Oyster Perpetual, or Explorer. These watches are still incredibly well made, and they help you build a relationship with the store, making it easier to get a more exclusive model later on. If you're set on a high-demand model, just be patient and stay in touch with your dealer. Let them know that you are genuinely interested, and if you're lucky, they might offer you a watch sooner than expected. 4. Don't expect discounts. Rolex never goes on sale. If you're the type of person who waits for Black Friday sales or seasonal discounts, forget about it. Rolex never offers discounts. Unlike many luxury brands that run promotions and sales, Rolex strictly controls its pricing, meaning that every watch is sold at full retail price. This is because Rolex wants to protect its brand value. If Rolex watches were regularly discounted, they would lose their exclusivity and prestige. Instead, the brand keeps its pricing consistent worldwide, making sure that a Rolex always holds its value and reputation. In fact, some Rolex models sell for way more than retail price on the second-hand market. Because certain models are so rare, people are willing to pay thousands of dollars above retail price to buy them from resellers. This is why Rolex can maintain its luxury status, because demand always exceeds supply. So if you're planning to buy a Rolex from a retail store, expect to pay full price. If someone offers you a Rolex at a huge discount, it's likely a fake or a scam. Rolex never sells watches at lower prices, so if you want one, be prepared to pay what it's worth. One thing that surprises many Rolex buyers is that the price you see at an authorized dealer is often much lower than what the same watch sells for on the secondary market. Some of the most desirable Rolex models, such as the Daytona, Submariner, and GMT Master II, can sell for twice or even 3 times their retail price on the resale market. This is why buying from a Rolex retail store is always the best financial decision if you can get access to a watch. While paying full price at an AD might seem expensive, it is actually a much better deal compared to buying from a reseller, where prices are inflated due to demand. This is also why many people try to buy Rolex watches just to resell them for profit, which is something Rolex strongly discourages. If Rolex suspects that a customer is flipping watches for resale, they might blacklist them from future purchases, making it impossible for them to buy from a retail store again. This is why it's important to buy a Rolex because you love it, not just because you think it will go up in value. 5. Buying from a retail store is the best way to avoid fakes. With the huge demand for Rolex watches, the market is filled with fake and counterfeit models. Many people think they're getting a great deal when buying from unauthorized dealers or online sellers, but in reality, many of these watches are high-quality fakes. When you buy a Rolex from an official retail store, you are 100% guaranteed to get a real, authentic watch. Every Rolex from an authorized dealer comes with official paperwork, a warranty, and the confidence that you are buying a genuine luxury timepiece. While some resellers are trustworthy, there are many fake Rolexes on the market, some of which are so well made that even experts have trouble spotting them. If you want peace of mind, always buy from an official Rolex retailer. Is buying a Rolex worth it? Buying a Rolex from a retail store is not as simple as walking in and choosing a watch, but if you understand how the process works, you can improve your chances of getting the model you want. Rolex is not just a watch, it's an investment, a status symbol, and a piece of history. Would you wait years for your dream Rolex? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. See you in the next video.